With Al Ferraby on CFAX 1070.
The three-time defending WLA champion Shamrocks are hosting the Maple Ridge Barrards. It's game one tonight at the Q Center, and the coach Bob Hayes is joining us here for a preview. How are you?
Only 29 degrees tonight?
Only 29 in that beautiful air-conditioned, no-weight building. By the way, speaking of that, how do you deal with that with the players on a hot night in that rink? As far as, I mean, it's a simple thing on staying hydrated and keeping the concentration level high when it's hot.
Well, I tell the guys to phone in sick at work first so they can rest and hydrate at home.
Sure.
You just have these guys have played lacrosse all their lives. It's every summer, so they're always used to taking in lots of fluids. And we just have Gatorade, water. We got everything you can think of, just so that they're constantly replenishing those fluids. And usually it's the day after that you've got to really start pounding it, getting it in there. So.
Right.
So it's just one of those little things, but it's a vitally important thing that they do have to do. And we'll have a couple of fans on the bench tonight and everything. So we'll do everything we can. But it'd be great to have air conditioning.
That'd be nice. Not tonight though.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So a Gruden Game 7 series or a 7-game series going in. So what's the mindset of that as far as staying fresh and staying healthy?
We're bumped. We got bumps, we got bruises, definitely. But I think we just get in the mindset right now that, hey, we just finished the series, we start the next one. You don't have a ton of time to think about it. That if you got a week off and you can get yourself better, you got to go. And we had a light practice last night for probably, half an hour. I think last night I didn't run the guys who just walked through a few things that we expect Maple Ridge to do, and that's really about it. But the adrenaline will take over, and we'll get there. And the longer the series goes, we'll see. And I think Maple Ridge, even though they've had some time off, they're going to be bumps and bruises too as well. It's just the nature of this time of year. So we just hope we stay healthy and just have to nurse some of those bruises and bumps, and not anything more serious that we had to deal with in the first series.
The Maple Ridge Barrards. Mm-hmm. These guys were the bad boys of the league early in the season. So what's the scenario on that right now? Has it all kind of ironed itself out? Are they just like any other team these days, or are they still bad?
No, Maple Ridge, they play a different, or they play a rough and tough style of lacrosse, and it's a perfect playoff style where you want to have that maybe intimidation factor and everything. So I don't think they still play the same, but I think they're probably motivated to show to the lacrosse world that they can play lacrosse without having to, have those other circus and those other activities that they were doing that put a black eye into lacrosse, and they're doing that. They're still playing a great brand of lacrosse. They're going to be a very tough opponents for sure. So I think they know they can just play lacrosse and don't have to, resort to some of the antics they were doing before, and that's what we expect this series too. Is just play lacrosse, when it's said and done, lacrosse players want to play lacrosse. They don't want to drag the game down into the gutter. Yeah. So I think we'll see some great lacrosse. They've got an outstanding team from goaltending all the way out, and we've got a young team that's really, I think, Steve was saying underdogs and everything like that, and I think we've lost half of our lineup that we had last year from the championship team, and what this team and the kids have done has been outstanding. That the coaches have done a great job of getting these guys playing the brand of lacrosse we want, and the fans have come out and enjoyed it for sure. So it's once a player puts on that Shamrock jersey, there's great expectations, and those guys have all really risen to the challenge this year.
We're talking to Bob Hayes. He's coach of the Victoria Shamrocks. 7:45 tonight, Q Center. This is game one. Yeah, so make sure you know that.
6 o'clock, 7:45. That's good.
Is it better at 7:45? Does it matter?
It gives me an extra couple hours at the arena to do nothing. So yeah, it's good.
All right, fair enough. Are you watching what's going on in Ontario right now? They're down to 2 teams, or is it just kind of you just concentrate on what you need to concentrate with Maple Ridge?
Yeah, we watched the game. Steve was with us last night doing some interviews, and we were watching the game for Backy's last night online. So we kind of watch it just to see what the heck's going on and seeing. But no, there's really I could it's a furthest thing from my mind right now in the lacrosse world is right now we've got game 1 of our finals tonight, and that's what we have to focus on. And if we get and once we're finished that, then hopefully it's off to Ontario. But the guys from Maple Ridge definitely have something to prove, and it's going to be a great series for sure.
And you're right about Maple Ridge. It's like as much as what was said middle of the season about their antics, etc. You don't get to a WLA final without knowing and playing the game of lacrosse well, and it just sounds like they did that in their last series.
Absolutely, I really thought New Westminster would probably be the team that we'd have to go through if you wanted to go back east, and Maple Ridge is really, I think they're a focused team. They want to prove to everybody they can play lacrosse, and that's a good thing because we just want to play lacrosse. We don't want to resort to some of the past playoff series we've had with them, and where it's kind of degraded down to stuff that's not good for lacrosse. So I expect us just to go play lacrosse, and the best team's going to win.
Bob, thanks for this. Good luck tonight and the rest of the series. We'll talk to you again, okay?
Sounds great.
All right, man.
Thank you.
Bob Hayes. He's the coach of the Victoria Shamrocks again. It is 7:45 tonight. Q Center. Duffy will have more coming up in sports.